Hello and welcome to our show Breaking Chains. Here I am today with a very sensitive and important topic of the society, talking about the transgender community. And my guest Pranav Hake is a perfect example and suits the title of our show Breaking Chains. Pranav Hake is a student of media and who learned journalism and media production, and we are very proud to have her on the show. And welcome to the show, Pranav.
Thank
You
you.
for coming. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
And I would like to know about your journey. Like this topic is very sensitive, talking about the transgender community. It has many layers of the society. We want to know from you your insights about the community and also a bit about your journey. How has it been?
Obviously, being a transgender, not every transgender has not every matlab, not any of the transgenders have easy journey or what. Um, Basically, I have done my education from St. Xavier's High School in Panchgani. I was in hostel since my third standard till 10th standard. I came out there to my principal, and then they tried to convince my parents, which they couldn't. Okay, so after that, when I was in Latur preparing for NEET, I had some physical problems. I was like tortured by boys there. That's the reason I decided to leave the Latur, and I basically left Latur and I went to our community, and I have even begged on road for 3 months, and that's how my parents got to know that I am for earning, I'm doing something like that. So they reached out to me and then they took me back home. Yeah, that's how it happened.
So the acceptance from the family is quite difficult.
Yeah, it took me 2 years to convince my parents that this is my problem and just treat me as how I am. And yeah.
You also spoke about that from Latur you lived 3 months away with the community people, back on the road. There must be a lot of stories how society perceives the community, how society is very much not accepting them. What about that journey, those 3 months, like the society's reaction towards you?
Acha. So before talking about society, to what society says, what society doesn't says, everybody knows. Like everybody, even judges
Yeah.
our community. So I'd love to say what actually happens in our community. Like if only our community is only accepting their people. Like how do you say it? Like if a transgender is accepting a transgender.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll love to talk about that a bit.
Yeah.
So basically what happens is now, so usually if somebody, like how I left my house, I went to a transgender, and usually in our it's like Guru Chela, that's the Guru Chela parampara jaisa hota hai.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing. So in every, if you go to someone now, so it's not that easy to just convince them and start staying with them. If you go, you live there, you literally have to work like hell to
Oh.
stay there. And it's very difficult. Like if you go daily, if you earn 2000, suppose, from that 1000 rupees has to go to your guru. So it basically, it's just like just beg and unke पेट भरो करके. It's not very easy, like going and begging, and what you earn is all theirs, it's nothing to us. And then go in the night, like suppose if I live in the morning in the 10 o'clock, I have to come back 6 o'clock, come do all jhadu pocha, make food, and in the night you cannot even sleep early. You'll have to um, do all this guru ka so called seva and all, like press their legs, do this, do that. And so the life there is also not very easy. What people think, people को like what people think is नहीं, ये लोग भीख मांगते, घर पे जाते, सोते, खाते पीते, कल सुबह उठ के वापस चल दिए भीख मांगने. It's not like that. It's very difficult. It's very difficult to stay there. It's not every time कि if you have a good guru, it's okay. If you have a bad one, you'll suffer a lot
So there are layers within the community.
within the community also.
And so it was very difficult to
It
stay.
was very difficult to stay there also. It isn't easy.
What about your friends? Are they out of there or are they still there? What
No,
do they do?
some of my friends who I met there, like मेरे जो friends वहाँ पे हो गए थे, they're still there. I call them sometimes, and they're actually right now very proud of me that I left from that place, which was not made for me, I feel like. So they tell me like whatever you're doing great, and just don't come to our community. Like don't come. It's not like don't come to our community. It's like
Community.
don't get on the roads.
Yeah.
Basically,
You go
that's
on the road.
so they're like, you stand on your leg, do something for our community, which can make some change in our community and in society. What society thinks about us.
What do you dream of? What exact change do you aspire to make in the society?
I think like how you guys, how you see a boy, how boy sees a girl, just that way a boy girl should sure transgender. So I just want like see equally in a man. We have everything. I have same legs as you. I have same hands like you. I have same face. Like not same face, but all features
Yeah.
are same. Suppose if I didn't have a hand, showing empathy to that person is okay till
Okay.
some
Some
extent.
extent.
Okay. But I have everything. There is nothing different in me. It's just that being a man, I'm dressing like a girl does not make any sense. Like you can just, it's my choice and I chose to be like this. So it's very
Yeah.
much common. Like just start accepting it and be okay with it.
And do you think that you would ever go back to those friends and do something for them or bring them out of there,
I,
or maybe inspire them to do something,
I
or
would love to, and like I'm looking forward for that. Honestly, I'm looking for, like when I came in Pune, I even asked them ki you come here, I'll do everything for you. Just come to me. I'll tell you. I had their friends who are like 14 years, 15 years, and I used to
oh,
feel bad. Like they're very small. They can still get educated, right?
yeah.
But still, due to some pressure and due to this fear, they have the fear like if they go out in normal people, they'll be judged, and that's true. Judged, trolled, everything is done very badly. But if you are very much like fearless na, and like so much कि नहीं मुझे करना ही है करके, तो nobody can do anything to you.
And do you find that the society is whole and sole responsible for the fear they have, or the confidence that they have lost of coming out there or doing something different other than begging on the signals, doing some actual and real some work and getting some education? Do you think that society is the whole and sole reason for this, that they
Yeah.
can't because of their judgmentalness?
Absolutely, absolutely. If I give you my example, I'll give you my example. I was trying for a job, for a receptionist job. Okay, so when I went there, like first I had a conversation with him on the phone. He was like, "Okay, fine, you're transgender, cool." He asked me to send me my photos and all. I sent him my photos and all. He said me come for the interview. So I went there. So this man, he started talking to me, and in the end, I asked him like, "So should I come tomorrow or should I start from tomorrow?" He's like, I'm sorry, but people will get scared of you and your voice because you are a male and you're wearing ladies' clothes. So, the customers won't come. They'll just look at you and go back. And I was like, it does not make any sense. I didn't say him anything that time. I was like, okay,
So
fine.
that is now leading to the lack of job opportunities.
Yeah,
You lose
and
opportunities.
I'll give you one more example. Once I was traveling through auto, okay, and I was alone, okay, and then I got on my spot, and then this auto wala, while traveling, he was like, "आप किधर भी," like he was like, "आप कहाँ पे मांगने जा रहे हो?" करके, and I was like,
Why?
"You do not make any sense." मुझे तभी बहुत गुस्सा आया था, but I didn't say him anything. I just जितना उसका पैसा हुआ था मैंने उसके हाथ में रखा, and I was like,
So because of the things going on from past so many years, like, you know, we also from childhood have seen the community mostly on the signals. That is the
yeah,
place where we actually found these people. That is the place that, you know, we saw them. Like it was there. So maybe it's very easy to perceive. Maybe they did not try something different because of lack of support from the society. So we are perceiving it to be that way.
yeah,
So it's not completely people's mistake, not completely the
exactly,
community's
exactly,
mistake. It's a
exactly.
societal barrier problem.
And that's like our people, and it's not also like not completely society's mistake. I agree to it, fair enough. And like it's even our community's mistakes because every time we try to compromise,
Yeah.
like you have to take your stand now. If you come out, if you start getting educated, then people will look at you very normally. But still, they more than coming and getting educated, they prefer going
To the signals.
signals.
Yeah.
Exactly. So because I like my conversation with some of them, they're like, you'll go there, you'll get first educated, and then you monthly will be paid something 20,000, 30,000. तो उससे कि हम लोग दिन में 1,000 रुपए कर लेते हैं. That's what they think. So how do you think
But
like
they're not ready to break the stereotype.
exactly? That becomes difficult, and that's how people ka mindset is. Like this auto wala example, his mindset is fixed कि transgenders can only beg. So that's the reason he asked me this question. But I got thoda bahut angry, but I was like, it's okay.
This complete transformation, and you've also said that you want to be identified as a she when
She, exactly.
you want to be identified like that. But you're very proud member of the transgender community itself.
Yeah.
What do you want to tell people out there who really want to go through this transformation? How is the transformation journey? I know that it might not be easy physically and must be very challenging,
Yeah.
but how was it for you?
Obviously, it's very difficult because first of all, if you are talking about physical changes, a lot of money, you have to spend a lot of money, and after, like, when you are in process, till the point reaching till the point it does not go to the surgery, it's okay. But when it goes to surgery, it's difficult. But if you maintain the stuff, like, go according to doctors, it's fine. But it's difficult.
But then after going through this transformation and then being part of the education system now, doing graduation, um, do you find there is inclusivity in the society? Do you think that it's very easy for them, or like easy for the people in your college, easy for people where you live, like you're of course living far from your hometown for education. Uh, there are a lot of layers of society. You think that people are really accepting in the society? Like parents, of course, you convince them, but society has multiple layers and they are not very inclusive about the transgender community. What are your experiences in your educational system and your bachelor's life?
Not in college, but I didn't like right now here in this, like, I'll tell you honestly, till the time when I started my transition. After I started my transition, when I started, wearing girls' clothes, being like girl, that time, like, starting me, I used to also not feel comfortable because people used to not look at me as they have to look as a normal human being.
They were judgmental.
They were judgmental. So that time I did, but in college, as specific, I have not faced anything like that. And if anybody has problem, it's their problem. It's not mine. Exactly.
The acceptance level leads to a lot of loss of opportunities.
A
Like
lot.
now you're studying in the media field. You're like always going to be out there in front
Yeah.
of the camera. Do you find that do you realize that maybe the acceptance level you compared to others would be a little lesser in your case, because in media you have to put yourself out there, and do you find that inclusivity lacks in the society for you people still, though there is a lot going on?
I'll tell you what I think is na, like, people in media like to see something unique, right? So according to me na, if I'm going to some channel example and I'm just trying to interview them, so even if there is something unique on the screen, people will watch. If it's the thing which is repeating, people get bored. So
Unique, like somebody from the transgender community taking an interview.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, and usually I like now also, if you see on YouTube, most of the podcasts of transgender people are very, very viral.
Yeah.
So I feel like if people think from that way, so it's their profit, and or else it's their loss.
So it does not affect.
No, it does not.
affect.
I'm very much confident. If not this, I'll do something else.
See, this is confidence is the key.
Yeah.
But Pranav, there are you are having this journey of yours. Maybe people out there must be having a little bit of hesitation in living their life in their own way, especially from the transgender community.
How much our people could tell, how much they could express their self, convince people. It's They have done everything according to me. So it's in the end, it's their thing. You accept us, you don't accept us. Honestly, we do not care.
Yeah.
Though I'm not so much also, like, you just show sympathy and all. So I don't think so. I'll try to convince.
Yeah,
anybody
you're
in
already
this.
part. There's no need of
Yeah.
any kind of being empathetic all the time to you. Yeah, that's lovely. This message itself to normalize every possible thing and to be very proud of being into the transgender community. Thank you, Pranav, for this wonderful conversation. We were really looking after to have a conversation and just think of and just erase these layers of society, break these chains, and we are very proud of you. The way you've conducted yourself, like we see you walking around the corridors, and it's very interesting to see. It's a moment of pride for all of us to see someone who is inclusively being in the college and being a part of the educational system and looking very confidently towards a bright future. Thank you so much for joining us. This was about our show Breaking Chains. We'll meet up with a new story, somebody from the society who breaks every possible layer and tries to break the societal norms. Thank you.